Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Corey, better known as the Seaman, and I want to welcome you to another edition of the Seaman's Cinema Sit-Down. Now, I won't lie to you, I'm not typically a huge fan of Mondays. You know, you got to leave the weekend behind, start a new week, but for me, this week at least, Monday is technically my second off day, so it's kind of like a Sunday. And on this Monday, man, what a great start we've gotten off to, even for those of you who it is a regular Monday for, man. We got our Oscar nomination announcement this morning, so we know all the nominations for the upcoming Oscars. You want to see my thoughts and reaction to all that, you can check it out right there. And while I was editing that video, I see a little tweet come up in my phone. I'm like, and now it seems like it would make a lot more sense as to why this image of Jared Leto came out the other day. We saw this leak online for his upcoming Sony film that lives in the spider villain verse that they're kind of building, or anti-hero verse. Where we started with Venom, and this lives within that universe that Sony is kind of kicking off over there. And now we have a trailer, and I got all excited. What am I talking about? Do you not know who this vampire-looking guy is that's being played by Jared Leto? Well, then why don't you pull up a chair, man? Take a seat. We're getting ready to take a look at the first official trailer. And I say that lightly because this thing's almost 3 minutes long on the runtime, but we are getting ready to take a look at that first official trailer for Morbius. Now, for those of you unfamiliar with Morbius's character and where he comes from, he comes out of the Spider-Man universe and started off as kind of like a horror villain in the Spider-Man comics. And then, much like Venom, horror villain kind of spun out into a bit of an anti-hero and got kind of his own series, stuff of which I didn't really follow. I caught Morbius occasionally when he would pop up in the Spider-Man films. And Morbius is, of course, Dr. Michael Morbius, who suffers from a rare blood disease, and while trying to find a cure for it, essentially infects himself with like a vampire disease and becomes Morbius, the living vampire. Now we get to see Jared Leto take that on. I'm pumped, man, because after the Joker stuff that he did that we never really got to see, I still think there could have been something there. Now we'll get to see him dive full into his own movie and a different part of comic lore and universes, and hopefully can pull off, what I would imagine here is going to be an origin of his anti-hero, much like Venom, and I hope it works, man, because those characters are fun, and if you could build these as things that maybe service Spider-Man down the road somewhere, that'd be a lot of fun. So let's not waste any more time, man. Let's get our trusty little travel box up. All right, man, we are ready to get nice and small, so let's shrink it on down. We are tiny, and the trailer for Morbius is down below. Like I said, man, I'm really, really interested to see what we're getting with this trailer. So let's take a look at what we're getting for Morbius. Trailer in 3, 2, 1. It's looking cool. I'm liking the look right out the gate.
Michael.
Of just Michael Morbius.
I've known you since you were a child.
I know that voice. What's that?
You have a gift.
Yeah, it is. Jared Harris.
You always have.
Michael's got a gift.
If there's an answer to your disease, you'll find it.
Nobel Prize winner. Jared looking like himself.
I should have died years ago. Why am I still here if not to fix this? I have a rare blood disease, and I'm running out of time. This could be my last chance.
You're up to something. What is it?
That's not exactly legal.
I don't want to see you get hurt more than you already have.
This would be a cure.
All right, then. Oh, my.
At what cost?
That's like, they love those, like, glass-proof, glass-proof things. From the studio that brought you Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man Far From Home, and Venom. That's right, man. Sony's still the Spider-Man movies. Marvel's in there.
I went from dying
Yeah.
to feeling more alive than ever.
Increased strength and speed.
ability to use echolocation
That's neat. I like that.
and an overpowering urge to consume blood.
Come on, show them to me, baby.
How far are we allowed to go to fix something that's broken?
Until the remedy
Give it to me. Give it to me.
is worse than the disease.
There it is, man. That's the image that we saw. You can see the teeth moving. I love it. I tell you, I'm here for it, man.
Michael Morbius. Got tired of doing the whole good guy thing, huh?
Oh, what? Oh! Oh! Oh my goodness! Oh my! That was Michael Keaton, as we know, was in Spider-Man: Homecoming, which the trailer so nicely reminds you that Sony is responsible for Spider-Man: Homecoming, where he played Vulture. Oh man, that means Morbius is in the same universe, and this is like the first real time that we're seeing Sony. They could have done this with Venom, but they didn't. We're seeing Sony say, hey, the things we're playing with, they're in the cinematic universe, dude. That's wild. Oh, and super, super exciting, because that means they can start building to the Sinister Six and be able to, not have to do all of that building in the Spider-Man movies. They can build some of that out, and I'll be interested to see how they play with Morbius. We've set Venom up as more of an anti-hero. We know that Morbius has that type of background, but he does, his birth starts as a villain. As you can see, the doctor trying to do good things becomes the vampire and eventually the monster. And we heard Mr. Jared Harris mention, when the cure becomes worse than the disease, and that's what they're hinting at with Morbius. So maybe he is going to be a bad guy by the end of this. And oh man, I seeing Michael Keaton, my head just exploded. I just stopped thinking. But all around, man, I think that looks really, really good, man. I like the visual effects that we're seeing, and like when we saw him using the echolocation when he was running across the walls. Obviously, I'm in on the the makeup and stuff they got going on for Morbius. When he started to smile, I was like, there it is, man. I'm about that. I love anytime Jared Leto could be playing a character like this. I think he'll find a lot of interesting things with Michael Morbius to pull on, and strings to kind of tie together and work with. And I think after getting kind of, boned with his Joker, I think he'll take this as like, hey, I'm the lead. I'm diving all the way in on this, and I think he's going to crush it. First thing to look forward to in 2020 this summer is Morbius. That looks pretty solid. I'm excited to see how we all get to play with this. Maybe he gets into an MC. This is an I like what's at play right now. The question is, do you, man? What are your thoughts after seeing the Morbius teaser trailer? It is a pretty good tease, sets up the origin, and just briefly shows us Morbius, which you figured they had to after showing us that image. And, I want to know if you're in. Are you in or are you out on Morbius? Do you know anything about the living vampire? Are you excited to see him most likely turn out to be a villain maybe by the end of this? Do you think he'll be an anti-hero like Venom? Do you think they could use him in the Sinister Six? Do you think we're going to see him pop up in the next Spider-Man movie? What do you think about the look, the vibe? Is this something you're buying into, or are you kind of still like, whatever? When Marvel's making them, I'm in. But, these Sony pictures, we'll see what happens. Let me know anything you're thinking about Jared Leto and Morbius down below in the comments. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new, you want to come hang out with the old C-Man as we approach the summer of 2020. It's so far away, but already got something to look forward to, and you want to be along for that ride, I suggest you come join the Cinema Sit-Down Squad. It's real easy to do. All you gotta do, boom, pop over there, man. Go hit that little subscribe button, and then a bell will pop up. If you want the alerts as soon as I drop videos, click on that bell. You'll get those alerts. I'm gonna keep cranking on the content over here. Until next time, for the C-Man Cinema Sit-Down, I'm the C-Man, and I am signing off. Peace! This is supposed to be like a vampire, not a dab, but more of a vampire. Like Dracula used to do that type of stuff, and I can't really make myself disappear. So that was just an epic failure. But until next time, folks, peace out. Well, if you aren't still here, looking for something else to check out that's C-Man related, why don't you check out a video like this guy or this guy? And if you really want to help the C-Man out in year 2, Hit that subscribe button and come join the cinema sit down squad, kids. You know what to